There we go. Hey guys, we had a little technical difficulty there. Everybody cut off. This is, I had to restart it. So this is a continuation of the previous video we were into. So we're in the Q&A part now. So yeah, so now everybody's got to get back on. So interesting. Well, let me say this while we're talking about that. You know, the interesting, today's June 20th. Tonight at 1 a.m., basically, we have the summer solstice kicks in tonight, okay? Big turning point, okay? Because it's going to be tonight and tomorrow is going to be the longest sunlight day of the year, okay? So more light coming in. Two big turning points of the year. I mean, there's a lot of different turning points, but two big turning points are the summer and the winter solstice, December 21st. So tomorrow, the 21st, is the sun moves into Cancer as well. So it's leaving Gemini, goes into Cancer as well. So this is a really powerful 24-hour segment time period. Okay. So I just want to throw that out there. And as we go into the next few days, the rest of this month, it's going to escalate. A lot of changes. Mars goes retrograde on the 26th. We have a full moon in Capricorn on the 29th. It's this powerful energy. It's transforming, moving things in a different direction, okay, in everyone's life. More so than normal, way more so than normal, okay. So, as far as healing, the health issue, what I want to talk about here is this. Because everything is energy, at the base foundation, and all the masters talk about this, the Abrahams, the Cryons, the Pleiadians, the Bashars, all of them, all disease begins and ends with frequency. All health issues, all of them, without exception, begin and end through vibration, through frequency levels. Even the things that we might have brought with us from non-physical when we incarnated, some things, we have tendencies, we have energetic projections of things, some things that we kind of scheduled to maybe experience, believe it or not. I know that sounds far-fetched for most people, but truly that's the way it works on some things. We just don't know what they are. And we don't know when they're going to hit, if they're going to hit. But some things that come in, some things, not all, are scheduled for us to transform and get on the other side of. From previous lives, previous experiences, previous emotions, things that we perhaps emotionally wanted to transform, never to experience again. The only way we can experience and transform these things is by experiencing them. It's going through them. But let me preface that with this. Nothing that we bring in with us cannot not be overcome. In other words, I don't care how serious the illness is, or imbalance is, or circumstances are. It can be overcome. It can be transformed. Because we're the ones that set it up to begin with, before we came in. We're the ones that created this scenario. There's something in our inner being that's helping us, even though it may seem insurmountable. Through our connections, maybe it's through doctors, through a process of learning over time. You see, when we become ill, as Abraham says, that's the beginning of the healing, not the end of it. I mean, that's the end of the healing. That's when it all is on the way out. You see, that's when the manifestation is happening that's on the way out now. So that's why we want to work with it frequency-wise. That's why we want to let go as much as possible. That's why we want to get the well-being, the flow of well-being happening. That's why we want to not be in resistance as much as possible. We want to be in alignment as much as possible. Because when we're doing that, we're working with our inner being, and that energy's flowing and allowing ourselves to heal and balance. You see? That's why when you sleep at night, and you sleep 6, 8, 10 hours, whatever you sleep, the body is able to heal inside of us, the physical. Because our consciousness is out of our body, and the energy has no resistance, basically, very little. But when we're awake, what are we doing? We're resisting most of the time because of our thoughts. And now we're becoming more conscious to not do that. Because when you understand that when you have resistance, it makes it harder to heal. It makes it harder to balance. It makes it harder for your body to work. It makes it harder for your organs to function properly. Your heart to beat. It makes everything harder, harder. That's why stress today, that they label stress, is such a destructing force, because really what stress is a very serious effort against well-being. It's an effort to fight against your own well-being. It's an effort to disallow well-being. It's an effort to disallow alignment. We just don't know we're doing it most of the time because we're so used to being in a bad mood. We're so used to fighting our own thoughts and the people around us. We're so used to feeling like we've got a raw deal in life. We're so used to being told that life is supposed to be bad and hard and difficult. We're used to thinking about worrying. And the older we get, the more we worry because we have all this history behind us to worry about. Well, it happened like that before, it's going to happen like that for me again. Well, this happened before like that. I know it's going to happen again for me. We're used to doing that. We're used to thinking that way. And that's all resistance. And the body can't handle that over time. It has to break down. It has to manifest. We have to manifest something because energy always balances. It's like I say in the universe, this is universal law. What you put out is what you get back. What energy you put out, if you're putting out anger, if you're putting out dissatisfaction, if you're putting out blame, if you're putting out unhappiness, if you're putting out sadness, if you're putting out hate, okay, if you're putting out unworthiness, I'm not good enough, if you're putting out I'm not valuable, if you're putting that out, I'm not valuable. What I am in this world has no value. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. If you're putting out I'm nobody, what I say, nobody listens to me. Nobody cares what I do. Nobody cares if I live or die. Nobody cares about me. If you're putting out, I have no value. I don't contribute. If you're putting that out every day through your thoughts, or you're putting out, I'm not successful. I've never been successful. Everything I try to do ends up tanking. If you're putting out, guess what you get back from all that putting out, friends? You're getting it all right back in the form of the people you meet, the manifestations of physical things in your life, your car, your home, your environment, your clothes. You're getting back illness in the physical body. Okay? You're getting it back. If you're putting out, I'm broke, I don't have any money, I've never had any money, no matter what I try to do, the money won't flow, I'm not supposed to be rich, I'm not supposed to have money, I come from this family that doesn't have any, we've never had anything. If you're putting out, my bank account is this today and I'm overdrawn or I'm in debt and I'm this and I'm that. If you're putting that out, guess what has to happen by law? You have to get it back. You have to get back more debt. You have to get back more bad bank accounts. You have to get back more bad people. You have to get back more back jobs. Okay? The universe doesn't judge. It only gives you back what you send it. If you send it, I'm unhappy, sad, and I've been wronged, and my life sucks, and it's always sucked, and there's no hope in sight, then the universe is going to send you a boomerang, a box of all that stuff right back, and you're going to experience it. And then you're going to say, see, I told you. And it's a loop that continues to send you that. And then you say, God dealt me a bad hand in life. I am screwed. I have no chance. I must have done something really bad in a past life. I must have really bad karma. I must be screwed. Life's not fair. And what we want to help you understand, especially when it comes to your health, because health seems like the most uncontrollable thing in our existence as humans. It seems like illness can jump out of nowhere and tackle us, and then we're sick. And the exact opposite is occurring. That statement could never be more false. Never. We were created perfect at our core. We come into lifetimes to experience contrast. We come into lifetimes to master our consciousness. We come into lifetimes to master awareness, conscious awareness. And we come into lifetimes to manifest those things we desire. We come into lifetimes to be the creator, not the victim of somebody else's creation or some other being's creation or God's creation, you might say. And when it comes to your physical body, if you understand that you are an energetic being, illnesses can be here today, and you can pick one, and they can be gone within 24 hours. Now, most people do not believe that. And if you don't believe that, then that will be your experience over and over. If you will take some time to practice the idea of what we're saying here, if that was not the case, I can cite thousands and thousands and millions of examples. You can go to your Bible. It's just one book, if you believe in it, and see example after example after example of that being the case. You know in your own life that if you cut your finger and you go to bed, tomorrow when you wake up, that finger will be healed to some degree, if not all the way healed. You know that there's been times in your life when you've been sick one day and it seemed like you couldn't even function, couldn't even get out of bed maybe. And the next day, miraculously, in 24 hours, you regain all your health, you regain all your vitality, and you go, God, that was unbelievable how that happened. I feel great. 24 hours, you were on your deathbed ago, right? You've experienced it. Our thoughts and our attitudes and emotions have power. More power than we give them credit. And because we're energy, your healing, our integration, our good health starts and ends with going inside of ourselves as often as possible and releasing that resistance. And what do we mean by releasing resistance? Stop worrying. Stop forcing. Stop being unhappy. Stop trying to control circumstances. Stop trying to control what you cannot control, which is just about everything. Stop trying to be mad at anybody for anything. Source energy is not mad at anybody about anything. Source energy or God or whatever your higher power is. It doesn't work that way. Only us as humans have a perception of being mad at somebody. And all those things that go with that energy. It doesn't serve us. Find ways, friends, to catch yourself as often as possible every day. And to remember that whatever negativity you find yourself in the moment is not serving you. You, not anybody else. It's not serving you. It's not helping you become healthier. It's almost like one day I did this exercise. I carried a hammer around in my back pocket. I did this. Try this. When I really wanted to become healthy and start catching myself, I carried a hammer around in my back pocket, and every time during the day I caught myself being negative, you know what I did with that hammer?
Bang your head.
I didn't do anything. Okay. I actually bent over and I did a light tap on my big toe through my shoe. Okay? To remind myself that every negative thought you have, every negative word you have, every sadness, every guilt, every blame, everything that tears you apart during the day, I reminded myself that I was taking a hammer every time I did it and beating myself up unnecessarily. Nobody was doing that to me. I was doing it. I was not helping myself. And I could take that hammer and beat it as hard as I wanted to, okay? And hurt myself as much as I wanted to. And it helped remind me of the fact that, Kent, you know what? You got to watch your thoughts more often. You got to watch your emotions more often. Because every time you don't, you hurt yourself. You take yourself in that opposite direction you don't want to go. You take that hammer and beat the hell out of yourself for no reason. Okay? And your life will start to turn around in those areas that you think are not able to be turned around. I'm talking about the money in your bank account, your manifested money, abundance, your manifested health issues, the way you feel, your energy levels. Things will come to you. Ideas will come to you to stay healthier. All you folks that are wanting to lose weight, which is the majority of the population, guys. You want to lose weight. The majority. Look around you, especially in the United States. If you want to lose weight, meditate more. Go inside more. What happens is you'll get the ideas and the willpower and the ideas, the inner energy, strength to find the ways to do it. The solutions will come, and it won't come hard. I don't care what you've tried in the past, because, you know, it's a yo-yo. I hear this every week from people. I want to lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds, or I'm overweight. I've been overweight. I know I need to lose some weight. I want to look better. I want to feel better. As I get older, you know, my life expectancy goes down because I gain a few pounds each year because our metabolism drops. How do you get there? You start by going in more often, inside, and the insights will come because your inner being knows what you need personally to lose that weight. Or the folks that want to gain weight, that's a very bigger, small minority of people. But the people that want to lose weight, the same thing will happen. We're talking about our health here a little bit. Or if you have an illness, you have a sickness you've been carrying around for a long time. I don't care what it is. If you will learn to meditate more often, to do what we did tonight in this meditation, create that energy, create that well-being. The universe is lopsided in the well-being department by far. And when you let it in, what happens is not only is your cells integrating, but you get downloads from your inner being on what to do to help your health. Ideas come up. People show up. Okay? Healing shows up in the oddest ways. What you're supposed to take. I've got something to tell you that just came to me in this meditation that I want to share with you about your health. That's an example. Okay, I truly did. You'll get information, okay, when you're open, when you let it in. You'll be led to the right doctor. I don't care how many doctors you've been to. I don't care what department of doctor, whether they're Western or Eastern or holistic or conventional. It's a combination of things sometimes, friends. One is not better than the other. It's a combination. Because each person, friends, when it comes to our health, each individual is a unique set of circumstances all by itself. And whatever you need, Spirit knows exactly what you need when you need it. And it's always right on time. The timing of everything is exact. So you say, well, I've had this illness, I've been sick for so long. You say, yes, it's timed. It's timed, okay? For a reason, it's time. But the more you let go and just go with things, even though you don't like it, that non-resistance creates gaps, openings, so that you can make your way to that healed stage quicker through the timing process of the universe, through the law of attraction. Any other questions?
So I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Yana.
It just popped up in my head. I got my spirit guy name. His
Yes.
name is Santiago.
Yes, your spirit guide's name is Santiago?
Yes.
Excellent.
And the first word that it came together with this name is Santiago de Cuba. And when I was past weekend, I was at the Cuban Afro dance event, and this girl just came to me and she's talking, you should go to Cuba, and the best festival is in Santiago. And I look at her, so that's the first time that name appeared.
Yes.
And I'm like, is there connection between, I don't know.
Well, that's your spirit guide talking to you in the flesh. You know, it's manifested. You know, remember how we talked about signs last week and about how the universe speaks to you in a myriad of ways. When you're open, and whenever that kind of thing happens, realize you're on the right track when you get that confirmation. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're experiencing, you're right in alignment with yourself in that moment and what's coming up for you. That's just a confirmation. That's you and spirit in sync together. You know? That should give you a good feeling here. And you can actually go to your guide in that state and say, hey, I got the message, man. Thank you. You know, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. I know we could keep going. There's more we could talk about, but I know we're running over here a little bit. But it's been good. So I want to just say that when it comes to our health, friends, start thinking for the rest of your life. Start thinking in terms of your frequency and your vibration first when you don't feel good. When you don't feel good. Okay? Whether you're sick or you're just having a bad day or whatever's going on with your physical health as a human. You know, it's like this, okay? Think in terms of what is my frequency, my vibration doing? And what that means is, what is my attitude right now? What am I thinking about right now? When we say, look at your frequency or look at your vibration, what we're doing is saying, look at your thoughts right now. Look at your attitude right now. What am I thinking about? Because your thoughts set the tone for your frequency. That's how we gauge our frequency. That's how we gauge our vibration, is through our thoughts and thus our emotions. Okay? So whenever somebody's talking and saying, well, how do we raise our frequency? You raise your thoughts. How do you raise your vibration? You raise your thoughts. Well, how do you raise your thoughts? You start thinking about things that are lighter, happier, more joyful. Okay? That's all it is, friends. It's a simple equation. It's not this complicated thing. Say, well, raise your vibration. Well, how do you do that? You do it with your brain, your thoughts. You can change your frequency and vibration at will in any moment. So if you're feeling bad for any reason, say something's bothering you. You know, you get a stomach ache. Say to yourself, well, what have I been thinking about here recently? Or just, you know, what's been bothering me? What's been on my mind, you know? Because that low frequency is what's adding to the problem. You see? It's the foundational problem, actually. Yeah, you want to take something and make your physical gut feel better. You got to do that too. But the healing starts with your frequency, with your thoughts. That's the basis that most people do not do. And they try to fix the physical illness without trying to change the mental part of it, and it doesn't work. Okay? Or it takes longer, way longer to heal something. Okay? Philippe.
Yeah, and to change my frequency, one thing that helps me a lot is to listen to music. I can turn it on.
There's a lot of tools. Music is a great tool to switch your thoughts, you know. Music, you know, Abraham says that if your thoughts are so bad, because sometimes things happen to us, we get in such a mental rut, perhaps, over something, that we can't flip out of it very quickly. Music doesn't work. Happy thoughts don't work. Eating something don't work. You know, talking to somebody don't work. And Abraham says in those cases, the best thing to do is take a nap, go to sleep. Stop the thought process so you can hit the reset button so that your energy, when you wake up, can start over and you're not behind the 8 ball. The problem may not be gone, of course, but you may feel better. You may be able to use your thoughts better and raise that highest frequency. Remember, if you want to heal something physically, for instance, my work, my path in life is about helping people heal their lives through the use of information. I've known this most of my life, but I really didn't understand the gravity of it until the past few years. Healing takes place, first of all, at the deepest level, through vibration, through frequency. And then you need Band-Aids, of course, later. And you need pills and surgeries maybe and all those other physical things that happen with the physical body. But it starts, because if you don't fix the vibrational, and fix is not a good word. Let's say if you don't balance the vibrational side of it, the thinking side of it, the emotional side of it, then the physical side many times will come right back over and over. It'll come back because the frequency never changed, see? So for me, it's been about what can we do to change frequencies? What can I share with you, folks, to help you raise your frequencies more often, your vibration more often? Because if you do, you'll be healthier. If you do, you'll be richer. If you do, you'll have a better love life. If you do, you'll have more manifestations in your life that you want rather than more than you don't want, you see. And friends, if you're not healthy, if you're sick, most of the time, if your body's not healthy, all those other things start to become irrelevant. You know, you're not going to care if you get sick enough, you're not going to care who you're with in your life. Your love life goes to hell. There ain't one. I've been there. If you get sick enough, your bank account balance don't matter anymore. Oh yeah, you need money to pay your bills, but there's a point where you don't even care what that number is if you're so sick. You might not even be able to raise your head off a pillow. Or the kind of job you have, your career. You get sick enough, all those things become all unimportant. Your future even becomes unimportant. You get sick enough, you'll just be in a survival mode to take a breath, and you don't know if you're going to be here or not. So how important it is to keep our frequency and our vibration as high as we can, as often as we can, it's priority. First on the list, because your health comes first on that list. Not second, first. You see? And meditation, guys. Not just formal meditation like this, but meditate throughout your day as often as you can, even if it's 30 seconds. Even if it's taking a minute and getting in your center, taking a deep breath and saying, I am meditating right now with my eyes open. When you do that, you focus your thought into your center, into your core center, and that's all it takes, friends, to raise your frequency in that moment. And then the law of attraction will help you from there, you see, as often as you can during your day. That will bring you everything you want in your life. the whole thing. Is it easy? Hell no. That would be a hell no. Is it easy? No. It's a battle every day inside of ourselves. Does it get easier? Yes. The more often you do it, the easier it gets, the more results you see, and the things that come along that you don't like, you just brush them off and you go, so what? I got all this stuff over here that's working for me. That one little thing that came along I didn't like, poof. And last week that one little thing might have seemed like a huge thing because you hadn't practiced yourself into vibrational frequency up here where those lower vibrational frequencies just bounce off. They just bounce off. You experience them and they go. And I want to say one more thing regarding your health, and then we'll close. Realize that all of you old souls that are listening online as well as here in person, you all are expanding and raising your frequency and vibration so rapidly now. And going into the future here. Because not only is the universal energies changing and expanding upwards, because that's why we're seeing all these earth changes and these political changes and all the intensity we're seeing, is that you personally are evolving so quickly. Your overall vibration frequency is raising so much higher than it used to be, even from last week and the week before and the week before. And even a year ago. So fast that your physical body is playing a catch-up game right now to keep up with it. So as our frequency raises more often, our physical body has to catch up. And so what that means is changes physically have to take place with us. Thus, sometimes we feel bad. We feel like we've got an illness or we're sick or things that didn't used to hurt or all kinds of things. Digestive things, the way we eat change. All kinds of physical things have to change to catch up with our vibration. And I want to tell you that a lot of things that are going on with a lot of you, okay, even you people online, is a vibrational symptom first. And the way to balance it is to do what we talked about tonight, is to go in more often, to meditate more often. That will balance this frequency change between your physical body and your vibrational body, so to speak, your light body, we call it, so that that transition happens quicker as you evolve, as you expand, and with less pain, with less discomfort, let's call it, not pain, discomfort. So don't panic sometimes right now, especially when you have physical things that are going on, because you're being upgraded. You're upgrading your physical to catch up with your vibrational non-physical in a very expedient way. Okay? The other thing I could tell you to do is to get outside and walk or exercise. Externally, you've got to get outside, guys. This will clear your pipes, clear your energy more than you know. And the big thing is to drink more water, a half gallon to a gallon a day. You need that water, guys. You've got to have it. It's the thing that melds your physical body with your non-physical body. It's the conduit along with the breath. Okay? These are all things that will help your health. Healing your health issues. Well, I've enjoyed this tonight. I'm glad. Thank you all for being here online. Thank you all for being here in person. Please, I put a link on the feed here to donate, even online. We say, listen, what you put out is what you get back. Everybody wants more money, okay? If you put it out, you get it back. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity to donate, to pad your own bank account, okay? It's very easy. Just click on it, send. If you've gotten any value out of this, please do that. You're helping yourself, and you're helping everyone else. So I hope everyone has a great week. We have an exciting, energetic week coming up this week with the planetary changes. This Mars going retrograde next Tuesday is going to be a different world between now and next week's class. Okay, things are changing now as we speak. It's going to get more that way as we get to the end of the month. So I will let you go. I appreciate you all, and we'll see you next time.